Welcome to our 938 podcast. On this episode, we're going to show you some of the new steps that have been taken in the new building project that we're working on. And I'm standing in the area where the new mission office building is going to go. Behind the camera is the entrance to the facility. The parking will be over this way. They've already started leveling that out. This is going to be where they're going to put the slab, and then soon the walls will start going up for the mission office building. This building is going to be about 13,000 square feet, and it's going to, of course, house all of our offices, but it's going to have a beautiful entrance, a nice welcoming area for people to be able to gather around and visit and talk. And I think it's going to be great, not only for visitors, but also for our missionaries and even prospect missionaries, those who are looking to maybe see about going with the BBFI as the vehicle to get to the mission field where God has called them. So we're excited about seeing it progress and go forward. We're also going to explain some things with you because of the economy that we're in. We're seeing a shortage in the supply line. We're seeing the cost of things go up, supplies go up, concrete, wood has come down, glass is still high. But because of that, even just the clearing here, the prices are higher. And so the money that we had saved is not going to be able to go as far as we had thought it would. So we have some plans for that. We're going to be showing you pretty soon here where we're going to put the retirement missionary housing, where we're going to put the short-term apartments and the event center. Those pads are going to be prepared, and then we're going to do the slabs, and then we're going to bring in church groups to come and help build and put those things up. And so we're going to share that with you in just a few minutes. But I just want you to know that we're excited about how things are progressing. We know God's going to supply, and we're just thrilled to be able to show you the steps that have already been taken. So now we're going to go over this way to the missionary retirement housing.
Currently, the Baptist Bible Fellowship has 124 retired missionaries that have served God openly in all of the countries around the world. We have on our active missionary list 110 that are already over the age of 70 years old, with more coming of that age before long. A lot of these missionaries, they haven't adequately prepared for their retirement years because they were just sold out to do what God had asked them to do, to tell the people in the countries where He sent them about the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ. Right here behind me, we're going to build 2 buildings that will have 7 units each for retired missionaries. Those buildings will be consisted of 4 one-bedroom units and 3 two-bedroom units in each one having a garage. And missionaries will be able to come and live in these units at a nominal fee and be able to have that same community of believers that they've been used to. Each one of the units that we're talking about will cost $1,600,000. But we believe by using volunteer labor, men and women that'll say, you know what, I'll give my time and my skills to help build these facilities for these servants of God. And we believe that if we can get volunteer labor, we can build these places for $430,000 a piece. But we're going to need your help. We need your help to volunteer. We need your help to ask God, what can I do? How can I contribute to this? Will it be my time and my talents? Or God, maybe you've blessed me with extra finances that I could invest. We've sent out a plea to the churches of the Baptist Bible Fellowship and asking them to consider giving a special offering this Easter Sunday that they might contribute to this building project. Maybe you as an individual would say, you know what, God has blessed me and I want to be involved in this tax deductible gift, and I want to make a contribution as well. At the end of this podcast, you'll see the information and how that you can contact the Baptist Bible Fellowship Missions Office either online or in person through the phone or whatever way that it might be, so that you could have a part. But would you please ask God, what would you have me to do to contribute to these servants of yours?
We're really excited to give you a tour of the new property, and as a matter of fact, right behind me is where we were going to be building 5 new efficiency apartments, small apartments, roughly twice the size of a normal hotel space, very comfortable, 1 bedroom, full full bath, and kind of an efficiency kitchenette in there. Very, very nice accommodations for our deputation missionaries who are currently raising their support and need a place to stay while they're passing through Springfield. Also our furlough missionaries on furlough, visiting their family and supporting churches. And we're just so excited about having this opportunity. Just want to kind of give you an idea of what it takes in order to build these units for our missionaries. Roughly the original estimate, which actually kind of ballooned as we've already talked about with all the rising costs of building and supplies. The cost for these units in total will be around $626,000. Now, we're trying to be as fiscally responsible as we can be, so we would like, ideally, to be able to build these units without the labor. And so as we've mentioned, we're trying to recruit some churches that have building teams to come and help us build these. And that would honestly cut about $426,000 off of this particular part of the project. It would roughly cost $200,000, $40,000 per unit in order to build this row of 5 short-term efficiency apartments. So how can you help? Well, obviously pray with us that God would supply, but more importantly, maybe God's given you the resources individually, or maybe, Pastor, you would move your church to pray about considering giving toward this project. $40,000 love gift would completely build one of these units. So you could give toward this project. Also, maybe pastor or church member, maybe you have a building team as part of your church ministry. Please get in touch with us at the mission office. We would love to have you come and help and actually be boots on the ground and put your hands to work and help us get this project done. But more importantly, please, as I already mentioned, please pray with us that God would supply all the needs for this incredible project for not only us in the mission office, but this will allow us to minister to our current missionaries, but also more importantly to our retired missionaries as well.
Hey, I want to thank you for joining us and tuning in as we are walking you through what God is doing out here on the new property and the new home of BBFI Missions. You've already seen what's going on with our office building, as well as the retirement homes, and then to our short-term housing. And right now I want to talk to you about the property that's right behind me. This property right here is going to house our new event center, and we are excited about this event center. It's going to bring a lot of benefits to every aspect of our BBFI family around the U.S. As missionaries, we'll be able to host family events like a family reunion. Churches will be able to come and host events like ladies' meetings or men's meetings, or staff retreats and things like that. Not only that, but we'll also have other events like the World Mission Forum for Baptist Bible College right here on our campus in this event center, as well as other things like the Gathering, a night that we have that's dedicated to student ministry and missions. But those are all just part of what we're going to be able to do with the event center that's on the property right here behind me. Another aspect of this is our training for new missionaries, whether through the WIN program and the WIN training that happens throughout the year, or our annual advanced mission training that happens every July. And so this event center is going to be used in so many ways, and we're so excited about what God is going to do through this event center and the opportunities that it's going to afford to all aspects of our fellowship. And so as we think about that, this building is going to be about 6,000 square feet. And when you first walk in, it's going to open up into a large open area where we can host all the events that we've talked about. In part of this big open area, there will be foldable dividers that will divide off sections into smaller rooms that we could use if we need them for different events and different meetings. And then I'm really excited. There are actually, on the back side of the building, there are 4 glass garage doors that will open up to a really large patio where we can host outdoor events and have indoor-outdoor events and a lot of different really cool features like that. And so there's a lot of details going into this event center, but here's the cool thing. So if our construction management company were going to build this, it was going to cost just about $1.2 million. Through working with construction teams from our churches, we're going to be able to get this down from $1.2 million to just about $250,000. I mean, that is over a $900,000 savings just by using construction teams to come in. So we're excited about the savings and the opportunities that we have with this event center. And so we hope, and our prayer and desire is that you will want to get behind this project and you will help us make this event center a reality so it can be a benefit for our missionaries, for our churches, for our mission office, and then also for all of our new missionaries that are following God's call on their lives to missions all around the world.
So there you have it. You've seen behind me where we're going to have the new mission office building. Already the funds are available and ready to go on that. And then over that way is going to be the retired missionary housing. Brother Bender explained that very clearly and just exactly how much it's going to cost and how far we're going to be able to go, and then churches come in and help us build that. Brian talked about the short-term missionary apartments, the efficiency apartments. These are such a huge blessing to our missionaries as they travel on furlough and deputation, need a place to stay at a very good price. Craig's talked to you about the event center and all the events that can be held there. It's going to be a very useful building and many things are going to happen inside that. And so I think you understand, first of all, we're doing this for retired missionaries. For years I've heard from missionaries who say, is there something that the BBFI has like other groups have? We've always had to say no. Well, no longer. We're going to have something for our retired missionaries. Then the short-term housing, then the event center, and the new mission office building. And so we're going to be trying to raise $1.3 million. And you say, wow, that's a lot of money still. In this huge project, which really could be about a $9 million project, that's not a whole lot to have to raise. And the good thing about it is $300,000 of that has already come in from churches and individuals. And so we're hoping that you'll join in with them as they're excited to help and you're excited to see how things are progressing and what we're going to be able to do for our missionaries. And so thank you for joining us today on this podcast. And I pray that you've been blessed by what you've seen and what you've heard. And we're just praying that God would bless in such a great way so that we can be a blessing to our missionaries and to those who continue to go and take the gospel around the world. People need Jesus Christ. And that's what this is all about, making sure we can take the gospel of Jesus around the world.